Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
So we'll read from Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 7, chapter 7, what Prahlad learned in the womb, text number 32, and then we'll do the next verse of the 33 in a bit. Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Kamaistaihi Sadhu Mane.
Kamaistai Sadhu Mane.
Kamaistaihi Sadhu Mane.
Kamaistai Sadhu Mane.
Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Kamaistaihi Sadhu Mane.
Kamaistai Sadhu Mane. Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Bhagavan Asta Ishvaraha.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Iti Bhutani Manasa.
Kamaistai Sadhu Mane.
Kamaistaihi Sadhu Mane. Word by word. Harihi,
Harihi,
Supreme Personality of Godhead.
the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Sarveshu,
Sarveshu,
in all.
in all.
Bhuteshu,
Bhuteshu,
living entities.
living entities.
Bhagavan,
Bhagavan,
the Supreme Personality.
the Supreme Personality.
Aste
Aste
is situated.
is situated.
Ishvaraha,
Ishvaraha,
the Supreme Controller.
the Supreme Controller.
Iti,
Iti,
thus.
thus.
Bhutani,
Bhutani,
all living entities.
all living entities.
Manasa,
Manasa,
by such understanding.
by such understanding.
Kamaihi,
Kamaihi,
by desires.
by desires.
Taihi,
Taihi,
those.
those.
Sadhu Amanayet,
Sadhu Mane,
one should highly esteem.
one should highly esteem.
Translation. One should always remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his localized representation as the Paramatma, who is situated in the core of every living entity's heart. Thus, one should offer respect to every living entity according to that living entity's position or manifestation. Repeat. One should always remember
One should always remember
the Supreme Personality of Godhead
the Supreme Personality of Godhead
in his localized representation
in his localized representation
as the Paramatma,
as the Paramatma,
who is situated in the core of every living entity's heart.
who is situated in the core of every living entity's heart.
Thus, one should offer respect to every living entity
Thus, one should offer respect to every living entity
according to that living entity's position or manifestation.
according to that living entity's position or manifestation. Purport. Hari Sarveshu Bhuteshu. This statement is sometimes misunderstood by unscrupulous persons who wrongly conclude that because Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is situated in every living entity is therefore Hari. Such foolish persons do not distinguish between the Atma and the Paramatma, who are situated in everybody. The Atma is the living entity and the Paramatma is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The individual living entity, however, is different from the Paramatma, the Supreme Lord. Therefore, Harihi Sarveshu Bhuteshu means that Hari is situated as Paramatma, not as Atma. Although Atma is a part of Paramatma, offering respect to every living entity means offering respect to the Paramatma situated in every living entity. One should not misunderstand every living entity to be the Paramatma. Sometimes unscrupulous persons designate a living entity as Daridra Narayana, Swami Narayana, this Narayana or that Narayana. One should clearly understand that although Narayana is situated in the core of the heart of every living entity, the living entity never becomes Narayana.
We'll also read the next verse. Just read the verse and then you can read the translation because it's also connected. And evam anirjita sadvargai kriyate bhaktir ishvare vasudeve bhagavati yaya sam labhyate ratihi. Okay, I'll read the translation. By these activities, as mentioned above, one is able to cut down the influence of the enemies, namely lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, and jealousy. And when thus situated, one can render service to the Lord. In this way, one surely attains the platform of loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here Prahlad Maharaj in this verses, in these two verses which we are reading today, is actually showing that he's explaining that how for to progress on the path of devotional service, one actually has to know how to offer respects to other living entities also. Like often we see that in the temples, in ISKCON temples also, and other temples also, many people come to the temple. They are pious people, of course. They come to the temple and they see the deity in the temple. They will offer their respects and all that, but they are only concerned about the deity only. They are not concerned. They are not bothered. They don't offer respects. They don't want to interact. They don't know how to interact with the devotees, with the sadhus. But that is actually a very beginning stage of a spiritual life. That is actually not a very advanced understanding, because then the idea is that he's able to see the Lord only in that form, in that stone form. He's actually not even able to understand what is the deity form. He's thinking that particular form is only where God is there. But the actual understanding of spirituality is that the Paramatma is actually there in everyone's heart. Everyone's heart is there. In fact, his activities are so inconceivable, or achintya, that actually the Paramatma form, which is the Shiro Dakshai Vishnu's form, he is lying in the ocean of milk. He's like in the ocean, but by his consciousness he enters, each and every atom, each and every atom of the created universe. He's there, and inside the souls also he is there. He's we are the souls, and he is the soul of souls. He is the soul of souls. So this verse says that the devotee or the person who is actually aspiring to progress on the path of devotional service, he should offer respects, and he should worship also different devotees according to their actually status. But the other extreme, or the other end of it, is that some people are there who say that because God or the Lord is there in everybody's heart, so you can worship anybody as God. That is also wrong. That is actually more dangerous philosophy. Just because Krishna or Paramatma is there in the heart of the ant, also is there. He's also in the heart of a dog. He's also the pig. So you can't actually say that because of that I'll worship the ant as God, or worship the dog as God. That's not actually true. So if that's true, then why to have why do we have the special form of the Lord? We do the deities. Installation is done, and there are so many pujas done as a part of the installation until the deity is actually installed in the deity form. It's not actually it's not worshipable as a deity form. So the idea is that God is actually so great that he is actually unlike in any of us. This idea of God, that that because he's there in so many forms, so because he's in the form of he's there in so many living entities, so he does not have a individual form. That is a very incomplete idea of God. That means we are imposing our material idea of form on him, because our material idea of form is that if I am in this room, I can't be in another room. I can be only in one room at a time. So there are these philosophers who are saying that because God exists in means he has entered inside so many living entities, and because he is present in so many atoms, so he does not have a form like us. They don't actually understand about God, because our material forms are limited. by space and time. Like as I said, you know, means we can be only one place at a time, but he's not uh, 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 he's not like that. He's actually not bound by his space and time. So he can be not. He can be. He's there in. He exists in so many places at the same time. So. So one has to actually offer means offer once 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 respects according to that. And the other idea is that one has to actually offer offer respects to the advanced to the spiritually advanced living entity also, as it is explained in the next verse here. It says that that by these activities that one is able to cut down the influence of the enemies, namely lust, anger, greed, illusion, madness, and jealousy or envy, and in thus and when one is thus placed or situated, or one can render service to the Lord. So the both the aspects are actually wrong. One who sees that one who offers only worship, is one who offers his respects and worship only the deity form of the Lord, and not actually caring for the other sadhus. He's also wrong, because he's not actually able to see the Lord in other living entities. So he's also wrong. But other side of the other side of the pole or the extreme is that people who say that everyone is actually God. Both are actually wrong. So, but the point is that one has to, because